Steven Universe future. Does Steven need therapy?
Yes. Yes.
Hey guys, it's me, TheAwesome. I'm here and welcome back to Is It Awesome? I'm guessing this is a new series of mine. I don't know. This is a new thing. Whenever I just want to review stuff, because I've completely just given up on reactions. I've given up on my reaction channel because of Turner, Cartoon Network, whatever, and YouTube just decided to take my reaction videos to Steven Universe Future and make them go blip, gone. And I deleted the original files off of my computer so that I could have space on my computer to record more videos. And so yeah, I don't have the videos. They're blip gone forever, and yeah, I'm sorry. I've given up on reacting, especially because the Steven Universe Future episodes were on Saturdays, and I had to wait until Monday to record them. It was so annoying. But yeah, I don't want to ramble off topic. I just want to talk about the first 10 episodes of Steven Universe Future. Steven Universe Future so far has really impressed me with the quality. I feel like the quality in itself, it's just been raised. I'm very impressed with the quality and how they aged up the show. It's like the show followed with Steven. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like Steven Universe Future has a whole different vibe. It's like Steven Universe Future has a whole different vibe than Steven Universe itself had. I'm very impressed with how they aged up Steven and how he doesn't just act like the same kid. He actually did grow up and change. He's actually a teenager now. He's not the same kid acting the same, just in an older body. He's acting like a teenager would, especially a teenager that's been through as much trauma as Steven Universe has been through. Going from a little kid to an older teenager, especially if while you were a little kid you had a lot of problems going on and traumatic experiences going on in your life, when you become a teenager after that, you're obviously gonna lose some of that bubbly, happy-go-lucky attitude. And I feel like that's a new thing with Steven's pink angry boy powers. And throughout this entire show is that Steven is not okay. Steven needs a therapist. That's a whole thing in the Steven Universe fandom right now. That Steven Universe, he needs a therapist. It's especially evident in the episodes Little Graduation and Prickly Pear. I feel like maybe he's suffering from like depression or PTSD, and yeah, he needs help. I'm waiting for Connie to come back. Connie's been studying for college, I guess. She hasn't been here. I'm gonna be hopeful that in the next batch of episodes after this hiatus, of course. But yeah, I'm really hoping that Connie plays a big part in the next batch of episodes, and I really want Connie to play a part in Steven getting better. I don't know what they're going to do. That corruption theory, it might happen. Like, I'm not really sure, but I can't say it's not going to happen. Somebody said that a good ending for Steven Universe Future would be that Steven gets corrupted and they have no choice but to shatter him. And I'm like, jeez, no, they're not gonna end it that way. No way. What? You think a good ending for Steven Universe Future would be to kill off Steven? What? I like how in the very first episode, we got Jasper. How long have people been asking for Jasper to come back? It's been years. Where's my Jasper redemption arc? Jasper redemption arc. Where is it? Well, it's, I don't know. I can't predict Steven Universe Future. Steven Universe Future can just do anything. I don't really know what it's gonna do with Jasper, with the giant worm, with White Diamond. Bluebird could come back. The Lapis could come back. The Lapis could come back and she could fuse with Jasper. We still don't know if Jasper is going to be like an actual villain, because right now she doesn't seem like such a villain. She just seems like she's that rebellious, aggressive character like Bakugo, and Jasper and Steven in the first episode have like a Bakugo Deku moment, and the fight too. The fight was really super cool. It was obviously anime inspired. Rebecca and her anime references. It was really cool, and the pink power itself, it's like a Super Saiyan, but at the same time it's like black suit Spider-Man, like with the symbiote, because it makes him act like more aggressive and stuff. And it's just really cool. I'm a big fan of this whole new thing in Steven Universe, how he has a new power, but it's also a problem, and he's more aggressive and he needs to fix himself. And then the second episode, we see Steven bossing them around and telling them what to do. You know, Amethyst had this really good thing going on, and she asked everybody what jobs they wanted to have. But Steven's like, you know, I don't know. Let's do it this way. I like this way better. Let's do it. Amethyst, you go off to the side. I know better. I'm the main character. But it also shows that it wasn't completely bad, because little Armor at the end was really happy that she learned that she was really good at just giving gifts to children. Also in Rosebuds, it's really cool how at the beginning of the episode, Steven was trying to find another place where he can put the rose painting. And then all of a sudden, the Zoomans come. They're like, we hit Gareg. By the way, Steven, we're going to solve some loose ends from Steven Universe of the show. And here's the bubble rose quartz gems that were in the room. Here you go. Steven's like, ha ha ha. Thanks. Family reunion. The whole episode is just super awkward with the 3 roses. That's like the 3 traits of actual like pink. Steven just can't stop putting his foot in his mouth the entire time, always inviting them to stay longer. She's like, you guys are stupid. Obviously, everybody here is uncomfortable and Steven doesn't want us here. Let's go. But then they talk it out and Steven realizes that they're more of like siblings than just being like Rose/Pink. They were all affected by Pink and the things she did in the past. Volleyball was a really good episode that was definitely a fan favorite in the Steven Universe community. Which is funny to me because Volleyball, in the episode itself, gives me vibes of another fan favorite episode of Steven Universe, Rose's Scabbard. Definitely towards the end there when they're talking about Pink, I got major Rose's Scabbard vibes. I had a feeling from the first 2 episodes that the Pink power was not going to be all good. But Volleyball is the episode that confirmed it to me that Steven's Pink powers was actually the destructive powers that Pink had. He did the scream that cracked the walls. Wonder where I've seen that before. And some people have complained that they made Pink Diamond to a bad guy. Pink Diamond was a bad person. She was a diamond. She had the same mentality as all of the other diamonds. Plus, she was a little brat, but she changed and she grew. Just because she did bad things, really bad things in the past, doesn't take away from all of the good things she did. We started the show thinking that Rose Quartz was absolutely perfect, and nowadays a lot of people really hate Pink for the things she did. If you kind of watch the show in reverse, you kind of see Rose/Pink's character development, like going the actual direction, because throughout the show we've been getting her character development backwards, learning more about her past. And the whole episode of Bluebird is like the same tone as the episode with Navy. It's like, the twist is coming. A lot of the episode of Bluebird is just making fun of the fact that we obviously know that she's going to turn out to be a bad guy. In the episode, the Croonerverse is kind of like making fun of itself because it's just like a thing in the episode. Well, yeah, Steven points it out the very first time she shows up on screen. It's like, yeah, it's Aquamarine and Eyeball. The whole Steven Universe fandom, when we saw the intro, it's like, oh, that's Eyeball and Aquamarine, oh my gosh. And then the episode's like, yeah, it's Eyeball and Aquamarine. Duh. And then what nobody was expecting was for Greg's hair to get cut off. That was a big like moment. It's just like, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now his signature hair is gone and he has the short hair now.
Father, go inside.
Now you're gonna get it!
And I love how a very special episode was just a very special episode. They completely went into Rainbow Quartz 2.0 being Mary Poppins. It was hilarious and it was great, and I love how Sunstone, as always, is just like her safety zone show. She's always like talking to the camera, and then all of Pearl's scenes with she's just freaked out by Onion. That was amazing. Overall, that was a really fun episode, but it also had like an underlying thing with Steven saying don't overwork yourself, because in that episode Steven was putting himself out too much. He couldn't handle all of the things he was supposed to do, and then he got burnt out at the end of the episode, even if it was just like a safety zone commercial thing, which is super funny to me because the whole episode of Snow Day also revolves around Steven overworking himself in a different way. Now, Snow Day especially, I've seen a lot of people complaining about Steven, and a lot of people have said that Steven's out of character. No, he's in character. That's just how he is. That's just him growing up. And in Snow Day, Steven is 17, which is so interesting to me. We got to see more into Steven's thoughts and how he feels like the gems all treat him like he's still the same little kid, which is also talking to the fandom with the people that treat him saying, oh, he's out of character, he's not acting like the same little kid. That's the thing, he's not a kid anymore. Also with Snow Day, the gems needed to change their mindset, but Steven also needed to change their mindset. Not one of them was correct. There was not one that was wrong and one that was right. They were both kind of wrong. Like, Steven needed to loosen himself up a bit and stop focusing too much on work and let himself relax and let himself have fun. And the gems needed to realize that Steven's not a kid anymore. He wants to do his own stuff. He wants to have his own plan. He wants to have his own diet. And yeah, the other thing with Snow Day is all of the Steven fusions. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. And the whole Smash Bros intros with all of the fusions and Steven. It's great, and I kind of want to see a video game based off of Steven Tag now. Also, for the first time since Pink Diamond was shattered, Pearl shapeshifted. She shapeshifted into Steven, but she kept the pearl nose. Why So Blue was great. We got to see the lapises. We got to see the other gems with the whole thing that's like, you know, they're not forced to do this stuff anymore. And Steven just tell them, you know, do what you want, do what makes you happy. But some gems are like, you know, we're completely happy with how things were. We're completely happy with just going around destroying stuff. We're just going to continue doing that. Steven's like, no, stop. You can do anything but that. But that's not what you said before. You said we could do anything. No! We got another Lapis song, which is amazing. She's just a little Disney princess, and Jeremy will always be freaking out over it. And now, Jeremy can freak out triple the times because there's 3 Lapises. And the one with the freckles came to the little homeschool, and that was great. Part of me wishes I recorded my reaction to Little Graduation because I cried. The episode Little Graduation about how all his friends were leaving and, you know, everything was changing and everybody was growing up, including himself, and he didn't know what to do. That hit a little too close to home, especially when it comes to me switching from public school to being homeschooled and losing a lot of my friends that I had in school because of it. Little Graduation made me sad. It's just like, everything's changing. Lars is gonna go back to space, maybe be with Emerald like some people have shipped. Turns out Uncle Grandpa was 100% right.
Don't worry, bro. None of this is canon. But this is...
Oh no! Our ship!
Goodbye, ship. I've heard people say that, oh, it's just lazy writing. They had Lars and Sadie, you know, do talk and stuff off camera because it was private. That's just lazy. No, the whole point is that we're on Steven's perspective. We wouldn't have seen Lars and Sadie talking to each other because Steven wasn't there. And that's the whole point. That's why he was like, when did this happen? I didn't see any of this. That was the whole point of the scene. These changes are happening in Steven's life that he has no control over. This also goes to show that Steven's pink powers are going to continue being a problem. And I wonder if at the end of Steven Universe Future, if he'll get control over the pink powers, or if he will like stop using them or something. I don't know. At the end of Little Graduation, he sets up the new year for the new gems in Little Homeschool. But then he ultimately decides to leave Little Homeschool because he's not into graduations. He feels sad by everybody leaving. And he just drives out of the city by himself and spends some time looking at the stars while listening to music. Sounds like a teenager thing to do. Just look at this paused frame. Steven needs help. And that only continues into Prickly Pear. With Prickly Pear, he's gotten into gardening and planting stuff, but then he's like, I name all my plants After all, my friends and the plant versions of my friends can't leave me. I'm not alone anymore with my plants. Yeah, not a really healthy way to deal with the problems he's going through. He brings the little cactus to life, and then he dumps all of the emotional negativity onto the cactus.
I used to be helpful, but the gems don't need me anymore. Why do I need to be needed? Steven, pull it together!
And then the cactus feeds off of all the negativity and grows up into being a monster and attacks all of them. And Steven realizes that the cactus is just copying Steven. Cactus is being aggressive because Steven is being aggressive. It doesn't even end on a good note. I was expecting it to end with him going, okay, Garnet Amethyst Pearl, we need to sit down. I need to talk to you guys. No, he's just like, nah, I'm gonna bottle up my emotions some more. Which again, pretty relatable as a teenager. Another thing that I've been wondering is that time seems to be going by faster in Steven Universe Future. Like, the episodes seem to be more spaced out. In the first episode, Little Homeschool, I'm pretty sure it was just like the start of the school year. Lars is running his pastry shop and Sadie's on tour, and she has like the bottom of her hair is still green. Then we have Snow Day, we go through winter, and then a little graduation. We see Sadie again, and then Sadie and the suspects are broken up, and she doesn't have the green hair anymore. She outgrew it and I guess got it cut. Which tells me that if not a few months, it might be like a whole year has passed by in Steven Universe Future already. But I'm really hoping at the end of Steven Universe Future that he gets some help. Preferably from Connie. And hopefully Connie helping Steven feel better involves more romantic moments between Steven and Connie, and more moments like the moment in the movie where she kissed him on the cheek. More moments like that. Because I'd argue that we didn't get enough Steven and Connie moments in Steven Universe. That's a complaint I have against Steven Universe, is that season 1, it's just full out. Yes, Connie is love interest. In the first few episodes, she pretty much like tried to kiss him. Also, hopefully that includes a new Stevani design. But yeah, I'm kind of tired. I've been sitting here for literally an hour talking about Steven Universe Future. But yeah, that's basically my review and my thoughts on Steven Universe Future so far. But yeah, Steven Universe Future so far, is it awesome? Yeah! Comment below if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video. If you agree or disagree and or like this video and like Steven Universe Future, then remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later, Awesomeites. Goodbye!